j'ai vérifié ça. Si c'est pas un problème de bug encore.
Lecture de plus décorée.
Là, il y a un bug ou quoi? Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec mon portable aussi? Oh non, ça va pas commencer. Salut, tu m'entends à nouveau? Événement, nanana. Ça y est, tu m'entends? C'est bon? Ah, il y avait un bug. Merci de m'avoir mis au courant, on savait jamais. Je suis en train de guetter s'il n'y a pas une mise à jour à faire. Nope. Ah. On peut continuer, ça y est.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Je n'ai commis aucun crime.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
Évident.
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are...
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's Our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
Un objet volant. Elle parle de notre planeur.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object?
Ah non, c'est de Paimon. C'est pas un objet, Paimon, c'est elle. C'est quoi cette loi?
Precisely. Now,
No.
if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
Mais c'est pas un objet, c'est une nourriture de secours ou une fée. Non mais franchement, on peut pas la faire arrêter de voler. C'est impossible. On va se faire arrêter juste pour ça.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
J'avoue.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Là, il a aidé Paimon. Parce que c'est pas un objet en même temps. Mais elle va le dire.
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
Mais c'est une fée.
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
À ce moment-là.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Ballon flottant. Oui.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's
Ouais, je te
charges no
jure.
longer hold water.
Ah, elle sait plus quoi dire là, mais elle va trouver un truc, c'est sûr.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
Rajoute pas, Paimon.
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny
On
and
dirait
Miss
qu'il a réussi à la
Lynette.
détendre.
That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
Eh ben dis donc. Ouais, j'avoue.
She's gone! Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. He never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Merci de nous avoir défendu, Linné.
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
Ah bah là oui.
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Très excentrique. Ça va
Anyway,
tu vois.
Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Ce serait avec grand plaisir.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
N'hésitez pas à me le dire si vous avez besoin d'aide.
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer.
Celle-ci, elle est en mode admiration.
This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Ok.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that...
Oh, celle-ci.
You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Là, on voit le gros arbre qui était dans le désert. L'eau inonde progressivement les souvenirs.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But
Si la prophétie est vraie,
more than a bit of rain.
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things.
oh, on dirait que quelqu'un a écrit dans le truc. Ah non. Fausse alerte, Sensi. Il dort encore.
Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Un succès. Un petit succès. On va pas se priver. Alors, on n'a pas gardé la taille de la carte. Et voici la belle carte. Oh la vache. Il doit y avoir des petites régions à explorer là-dedans. C'est déjà bien grand hein, pour un début. Petit. Oh, celle-ci. Mais ça sera bien, il y a l'eau, n'oublie pas, on a encore la plongée dans tout ça. Ça se trouve. N'oublie pas qu'on peut encore plonger dans l'eau. C'est pour ça que c'est... Eh, t'as fait 61 gigaoctets quand même. Ça va aller, celle-ci.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier. Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Thanks.
Exactement.
Oh, please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get...
On le fera. Ça va aller, celle-ci. Même si c'est petit, comme tu dis, il y a toujours la mer. Là où on ne pouvait pas plonger avant. Donc il y a de l'eau, il y a des coffres en dessous. On va trouver notre petit bonheur, t'inquiète pas. Il faudra juste qu'on apprenne à plonger, donc faire l'histoire, je pense.
What's this? Ah, so you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
Celle-ci, sois pas triste. Là, tu peux voir l'inné, tu peux voir tout le monde. T'inquiète pas.
No, I believe in the prophecy.
Je t'ai dit, il y a encore des mises à jour
I
qui sont à
also
venir. Alors.
believe in another story. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
Ça va aller, petite Sophie. On a encore plein de trucs à découvrir après tout. Tu vois, là, on sait pas encore nager. Au profond. Mais après, on va pouvoir apprendre petit à petit, de toute façon. C'est avec Féminé, je crois. Avec lui qui est dans la plongée.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Bah ouais, vous êtes des têtes de mule ou quoi?
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now.
Ah bah oui. Mais bon, vaut mieux déménager que de mourir, non? Voilà.
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
En effet.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them
Ah,
prepare.
quand tu vois Linné, t'as trouvé le sourire, hein?
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many
Ça
hands
va
make
aller,
light
tranquille.
work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
Regarde les petites plantes, là. Pour la récupérer, il faut de l'hydro, non? À part si c'est celle-là. Ça, c'est Marcotte d'Ethno. Et pour les récupérer, il faut les faire... regarde. Je pense qu'il faut les faire évoluer avec de l'eau. Enfin, pas avec l'hydro, je pense pas. Hein. C'est une plante. Attends. Ouais, c'est la flotte, je crois. Ou l'énergie, peut-être, je sais pas. On va faire un test. Attends. On va prendre un perso d'eau à côté. Un petit perso hydro. La Shogun, tu fais une petite pause. Ouais, le truc, c'est que mes persos hydro sont pas totalement au point. Surtout Barbara, quoi. Bah, allez, vas-y. Je pense que c'est l'énergie qu'on va voir ici. Ah non, tiens, tu vois, c'est de l'eau. Au moins, vous le savez déjà. Après, il y a le voyageur. Exactement. Mais la mienne, elle est pas top top, hein, tu sais, ma voyageuse. Hop, on a les trois. Regarde. Et puis il faut la mettre sur une statue aussi. Hein. J'ai pas vu de statue, elle doit être dans la ville. Attends, je vais chercher la voyageuse. Parce que là, elle est encore en mode foudre.
There's still a long road.
Et puis ces trucs, ils sont pas à fond. Ouais, je lui change tout. Ah, bah non, faut que je lui montre surtout. Mais ça, je sais plus où il est, son machin. Bah alors, la voyageuse, t'as paumé ton truc? Gros problème. Elle a paumé son truc. Ça, c'est qui l'a? Ça, c'est Scaramouche. Donc, nope, nope. Ça, c'est la Shogun, mais je m'en sers plus, donc on peut lui prêter. Ça augmentera son attaque. Ça, je peux pas lui retirer, tu vois. Pas envie. Et on va lui mettre une meilleure arme. À lui prêter. Toc, toc, toc. Vu que Leila, elle s'en sert pas. Parce que j'en ai pas d'autres des 90 et tout. Attends. Kirara? Allez, vas-y. Tu peux lui prêter la mise. Ouais, voilà. Et il faudrait trouver une statue. Tu sais, cette statue des 7. Le problème, c'est que je n'ai pas vu sur le passage. Allez hop.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Ah bah.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the Court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the Court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Oh, petite Sensi.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't just watch her movements carefully.
Ah, ça passe très bien. Le direct passe très bien, donc ça va. Ce n'est pas une erreur, t'es toujours là. Ça vole? Je sais pas, mais c'est en mode big pocket là.
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Une fille qui vole là. Attention. Oups là. Petite baignade pour Baïdo. T'es toujours là, petite Sensi? J'espère que ça bête pas. Ah bah ouais. Ok. On est dans un véritable ascenseur, attention. Ah bah là, la statue des 7, t'as vu? Bon, on va la faire. Pouf. Cette statue des 7 s'est mise à émettre une lumière éblouissante. C'est trop bizarre, ça n'était pas arrivé les autres fois, non? Bah, c'est tout à fait normal pour une statue des 7 de briller. Tu te sens bien, Fel? L'eau, elle m'a parlé. Ce serait bien si elle pouvait. Si ça t'amuse de raconter ce genre de blague, donne de temps en temps un cœur joie. Par contre, je t'avoue que l'air semble beaucoup plus timide après l'élimination de la statue des 7. Peut-être à cause de toute cette énergie hydro qui s'est libérée. Hé hé, j'ai entendu dire qu'à Fontaine, il était possible de nager sous l'eau en utilisant l'énergie élémentaire de la bonne manière. Peut-être qu'on pourra trouver un trésor. Je te laisserai aller le chercher, dans les profondeurs des mers, pendant que je t'attendrai sur le rivage. Je vais me sentir seule sous l'eau. Bouh, mais ça me fait peur d'être sous l'eau. Et si je me faisais emporter par le courant et que ça donne le tournis, je ne pourrais même pas voler pour sauver ma peau. Comme la première fois où on s'est rencontré à Monster. Je te repêcherai à nouveau. Pour de vrai? Bon, dans ce cas, je peux essayer d'aller sous l'eau avec toi. Tu as intérêt à tenir parole. Ah, le fameux pouvoir. On peut même me faire l'offrande du coup, mais on n'en a qu'une seule. Regarde tout ce qu'on va devoir trouver, ça se trouve. Du coup, j'ai donné ça en offrande. Alors. Entrée en résonance avec Hydro. Et mon premier trophée et mon premier... mon deuxième succès. Waouh, j'en veux plus. Le waouh sarcastique. Obtenez donc la maîtrise de l'élément hydro. Petit succès, pas de refus. Ah. Voyons voir. Notre épée, elle est toujours comme ça, tu vois. C'est vraiment le mode pistolet à eau. Regarde. Attends. Tu vois, ça change pas avec le truc. Par contre, ça va être en mode pistolet. C'est comme ça qu'on se battra sous l'eau, je crois. Alors, où on doit aller? Voilà. Je sais plus à force. Dans l'ascenseur. Ah oui, par là. Ah. On s'y paume dans cette ville.
This is the spot where Lenny wanted us to wait.
La voilà la fille.
Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Attrapons-la.
Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her?
Notre mission est de bloquer cette route.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
Le temps passe, mais vous ne voyez pas la voleuse.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief.
Nous n'avons plus rien à faire ici.
Yeah, let's go.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
Ça va, Fancy?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Aïe.
Oh, did you get hurt, Lenny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
Sois prudent quand même, celle-ci va pas être contente.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right, you're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the Court of Fontaine now.
This thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around! People in Fontaine really know how to use water!
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
Celle-ci, ça va aller.
So you mean it's
Il va
still
mieux
boring
maintenant.
even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
On va découvrir plein de choses, t'inquiète pas. Regarde qui est de retour. Elle date, hein. Charlotte. Charlotte.
Huh?
Celle qui a eu l'honneur d'ailleurs que Kaya lui parle en français, quoi. Bonjour.
What?
Enchantée, Charlotte. Enchantée.
Traveler! Paimon!
Bah ouais, on est là.
Charlotte!
Charlotte.
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aquabus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Ouais, pourtant, l'Archon, elle nous a bien accueillis.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming. Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friends!
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
C'est vrai que ça donne envie d'en savoir plus.
Ah, you're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right.
These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever
Désolée pour
seen.
les oui, je me mets correctement dans mon... Voilà.
If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago. And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Ils sont plusieurs, non?
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
Ça se voit que l'aîné, il tient beaucoup à sa sœur.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Regarde celle-ci, on est dans la ville.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
Ah, I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Hyman hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See?
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone.
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
Waouh.
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Regarde, Sensi, il y a leur petit frère. Il y a Fréminé.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Vous avez une grande famille.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
Allez-y, ça ne nous dérange pas.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Looks like rain.
La seule ville où il pleut, quoi.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago?
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went,
Ça peut aller,
every
j'ai
time
dormi,
it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain.
Tu fais quoi de beau?
When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Le dragon hydro est sans doute le dragon élémentaire de Fontaine, j'imagine.
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Ah bon? Bah c'est étonnant que tu sois KO. Tu viens de te réveiller sans moi.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
Bah oui, c'est pour ça.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers. It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Aeneas. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
C'est compris. Allez-y. On vous retrouvera plus tard.
Oh, are you leaving now?
Attends, pas maintenant, je suis en train de faire l'histoire. J'aime bien que tu me demandes tellement de choses alors qu'il y a l'histoire. Je vais pas cliquer très vite pour passer l'histoire alors que tout le monde regarde.
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we
Un
could
peu de
trouble the
respect, quand même,
traveler to help us take
pour
these
tout le monde.
materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there. I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Moi, je suis pas comme certains qui s'en fichent de l'histoire. Hein. Clairement, nous, on observe, on regarde les détails, on fait plein de choses.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks. I don't think...
Oh, no need, no need. This will be a walk in the park for us.
Voilà, là, je peux regarder. Voilà les bannières. Ah bah tu pas, tu vois. Les bannières, c'est Linné. Avec Linette, Barbara et Bennett. De l'autre côté, tu as Yelan. Et pareil. Et là, t'as leurs armes. Voilà. D'ailleurs, je vais mettre ce petit vœu à l'abri. Ça fait 6. J'avais vu un truc. Ouais. Voilà, une statue des 7 pour libérer la région. Ça serait peut-être pas de refus. Juste à côté. Elle est beaucoup trop haute.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making...
Ah, these must be for Magic Pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now. No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Whoa. So, is Linny actually loaded?
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology, and wasting is a kind of crime.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Huh? How can trials produce energy?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
Venti et Naïda ont dit que...
Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
Huh? You...
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
C'est vrai.
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first?
Tartaglia! Tu nous as manqué, toi. Même si tu me fais des coups fourrés. Je l'adore. Je l'aime trop.
If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
You're from Northland Bank.
Ah,
But
non,
we
c'est lui
said we'll
justement qui...
pay everything we owe next
C'est
month.
pas un employé.
Why are you hounding me now?
Ce n'est pas un employé, Tartaglia, c'est un exécuteur et il s'occupe de la banque.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too! What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Eh ben, on en croise du monde aujourd'hui.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far, right, Traveler?
Je pense qu'on a assez de problèmes comme ça.
Hey, you, Northland Bank
L'employé de
boy.
la banque du Nord.
Aren't you forgetting something?
C'est pas un employé, c'est carrément un exécuteur. Alors mec, un peu de respect, je crois.
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends? Listen to me, boy. If you want your mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Donne pas d'ordre, donne pas d'ordre.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said...
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine.
J'avoue,
Though
il
the
me laisse
bank
pas
told me
tranquille.
not to get rough with our clients. You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Ça marche.
I'm unsure this won't take long.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're...
Enfin, tu réalises. C'est un exécuteur.
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it? Huh?
Now's my chance.
Il se passe quelque chose, on dirait. Il peut pas utiliser son illusion non plus.
Huh. That was
Il s'est pris une
weird.
droite. Aïe, il a une vision hydro. Qu'est-ce qui vient de se passer?
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
Ouais, mais tu devrais pas trop utiliser ton œil maléfique, ça prend ton énergie vitale, les tartaguillas. Tu devrais éviter d'utiliser trop souvent.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? I don't see it's work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't...
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility.
Ce pouvoir.
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was... because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that, but my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like...
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us. Is that the one?
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
C'est possible que...
So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
work for the Northland Bank?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best.
Je m'excuse les amis,
And the
mais faut
duel
que j'aille au petit
itself
coin.
is a
J'arrive tout de
no-holds-barred
suite.
fight with no specified stopping point.
Ben voilà, désolé de l'absence. Le petit coin, ça n'attendait pas. Et je suis partie me prendre une petite glace. Ah. Elle est où ma manette? Elle est là.
So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel.
Yeah.
Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death.
Mm-hmm.
So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Viens ma fille.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before.
Viens mon bébé.
Moran. Huh.
Allez. Si tu miaules, tu te sens seule, non? Alors viens avec maman. Désolée, c'est mon chat que vous entendez un peu miauler à côté. Quand on a rencontré l'archon hydro.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Huh?
Oh le délire, c'est pour ça qu'il l'avait plus.
You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it for now. Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
T'inquiète, on en prendra soin.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance. Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
Moins fort, Paimon.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Whew. Paimon never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing.
Je n'aurais surtout jamais cru le voir apprécier un livre. Te voir, pourquoi je dis le? Ah, parce que c'est tout blanc et qu'on voit pas bien. Voilà. Donc, te voir apprécier un livre.
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
Ça ira, merci.
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Linny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going. Linny said that the Opera House is on Aranea, so let's go ride the Aquabus!
C'est vraiment beau en vrai. Ils ont pas menti sur le truc. Voilà, quand on s'y perd avec les ascenseurs.
Behold!
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so. Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself. The destination of the current tour is Erinias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing. Approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
Excusez-moi, je mange un petit peu quand même. À une main, c'est pas évident, mais je suis en train de manger un peu aussi. Faut que ça tire sur quelque chose, je crois. Sur l'autre truc. Petit à petit, on va connaître les mécanismes. Hein. Ça doit tirer dessus, je pense. Il y en a peut-être un troisième qui traîne. Là-bas. Attendez une minute. J'ai bientôt fini. Et bon. C'est reparti.
The wind rises. Upon the gale. Take it and have fun.
Le premier coffre. Il doit en manquer un qui peut allumer peut-être. Attendez, je vais regarder les mécanismes, ok? Alors, cette construction cristalline mythique a été conçue à l'origine pour tester l'humidité de son environnement, mais ne peut pas finalement que détecter son propre niveau d'humidité et de réagir de conséquence. Dans les situations où elle est continuellement affectée par l'élément hydro, peut-être que quelque chose d'agréable et d'inattendu pourrait se produire. Je sais pas ce qui pourrait se produire, moi.
We can do this!
Upon the gale. Behold. Too slow.
Ces mécanismes ils vont être très durs, ouais. Sauf qu'il peut, je sais pas ce qu'on fera.
The wind rises.
Quelque chose me dit qu'il faudrait une flèche d'eau.
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
Ouais, bah j'ai essayé, vous direz pas que j'ai pas essayé. Là aussi il y en a, bah dis donc. Celui-là il se déplace, attention. Donc peut-être que les autres on peut les déplacer. Hein. Ah non, c'est parce que c'est exprès.
Too slow. Too slow.
C'est quand même dingue, hein. Les systèmes qui vont nous mettre. Bonne chance à vous tous.
Quit following me. The wind rises.
Toi, je t'ai vu.
Behold. Too slow. Squall fury.
Ah, là le chien. Je pense qu'il avait appelé Baguette. Les fameux chiens qu'ils appellent Baguette, ça, normalement. Waouh! Ça veut dire qu'elle règne sur toute cette région.
Too slow.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The opera at the Cles. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and
Bah
healthy
tiens, là-bas, la
child.
fontaine à
We
pièces.
pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Vache.
Hein?
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
Tu viens de parler, Paimon?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Bizarre.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette! You scared Paimon!
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
D'ailleurs, Lynette.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
C'est comme si...
Hey! You're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day! It's not the time for eerie things!
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you...
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
C'est intéressant comme explication.
So, what did the voice say?
Je crois qu'elle appelait quelqu'un.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon...
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lenny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Lenny.
No two cases are alike. The details will guide the story.
On va s'y perdre.
Traveler and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats! Thanks, Lenny!
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Allez-y.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lenny. Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Wow, 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 wow. C'est Neuvillette, je crois. Je crois bien que c'est lui. Hey.
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kinda awkward if we don't say anything.
À toi l'honneur, Paimon.
Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down.
Bah, il entend bien.
Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So, let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
La situation devient de plus en plus gênante.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Lenny's too?
Tu parles au juge suprême, c'est pas possible.
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Lenny then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Vaudain.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself.
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet?
Eh ouais.
Could he be?
Le juge suprême.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Il nous rend nerveux, ce mec. Hein.
Ooh, sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to, there's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now.
Elle était juste là.
I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression.
Ouais, c'est sûr.
So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Tu m'étonnes.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Dommage que Tikara n'est pas réveillé encore.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Oh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting!
Calme-toi, Paimon.
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Ah, il aime plus le silence, en plus il entend bien lui.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make... I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
Incroyable.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Exactement.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all.
Chers amis, pour éviter que ça soit trop long, je vais refaire une autre partie du live. À tout de suite!